Alright, boys and girls, today on Steve's Tractor Adventures, we're going to start adding hydraulics to this 8122 and making it an 8123. So, normally the hardest part about this is getting the manual lift rod off. All I can say is somebody's been here before. It's greased. This never happens to me. So guys, that steering shaft, that mechanical lift arm, or the lift for the lift, however you want to look at it, anyhow, that came off way easier than I ever expected in my wildest dreams. I figured I was going to have to heat on that and use a puller, a pickle fork, maybe somehow chain the bottle jack around it and push on it, but slid right off with a pry bar. Somebody's been here before. That tells me these bushings have been changed or something. So that's actually the hard part, guys. Yeah. So we'll do another segment here, and it is, what do you need to take a manual lift tractor into a hydraulic lift tractor? Well, the main thing is the pump gear in the transmission needs to be there, which I've had this tractor apart and changed a broken axle shaft, and it's already in there. It was in there when I got it. This trans was changed, and I'm assuming it was on a hydraulic lift tractor, and when this guy did it, he just kept a manual lift and put the block-off plate over top of the hydraulic pump drive. So that's a giant plus for this. You're going to need the pump itself, the steel lines that go from the pump up to the reservoir, and you're going to need the control valve, the reservoir, the hydraulic ram, and you're going to need the rock shaft out of the hydraulic lift tractor frame and the pin up here where it goes. So, with all that being said, I got a parts frame. Nice. So, I don't think I'm going to get to that today. I actually have some paperwork to do, but I just backed it in here to get it in here, and I slapped that easy button. Boop. So, anyhow, we'll drag that parts frame in here another day. I got 2 more days of warm weather before it gets cold. And maybe this will be my December project. Because if this tractor had hydraulics on it, it could go over to the other house and be the snowplow tractor. Because I think my dad will complain about using a manual lift tractor. He complains anyhow, but I don't know. That's just a thought, and if not, whatever. So, alright boys. Till I get back at this, hold on to your seatbelts and get some popcorn. Alright boys and girls, in the depths, in the backside of Tank Garage C, have a lot of frames. There's actually a, I think there's 2 400 series transmissions in here actually. 400 series frame there, 800 series frame. I think there's actually 2 more. There's an 800 frame there, and I believe there's one laying down. You guys can see back in there. I don't know if you can or not. But anywho's, so this one right here in the front has hydraulics on it. So there's the ram. There's that. The only thing, I don't know if there's a valve there for sure. I kind of got to look at that. Because a hydraulic valve is kind of an important thing, but at least that has the ram and the rod for the controls, the pin, the reservoir, and it appears the hydraulic lines are all in there. So that's something. I'll have to look. I think the valve's there. Oh yeah, right here it is. Okay, just unhooked. Okay, so that should pretty much be everything I need, right? Because the rock shaft's in it. Yeah. So yeah, that's everything. So drag this frame out and see if I can get it in the shop. This is the one with the broken grill too. Nice. I don't got to worry about it too awful much. But these frames are heavier than you think. Need 2 hands. Alright guys, now that I got that out of there. This is an early 800 series by the latch there for the brake, the 2 notches. Or it still has the spot there. Looks like I see a hydraulic hose unhooked. Valve is in there. All the hard lines are there. That's the main thing. Gonna need a pump, which I think I have one on the other side of the shop. But otherwise, yeah. I think honestly what I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna take this frame in here, strip it down, and just kind of save all the parts for it. And if anybody wants anything, by all means, leave me a comment. Get a hold of me on Facebook. You guys that have my email, more than welcome to it. So here we go. I gotta get this in the shop. If the 3910 wasn't in there, this would be easy. I mean, I could back it out and pull it back in, but I'm starting to try and save on that tractor. So okay, let me wrestle that in there and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, if the camera will work. Stay. Aha! I knew I had a pump set aside. Drives on it. It did spin. Yay, it spins. Does it actually work or not? I don't know. Does the seal leak? I don't know. I don't know why you guys are asking questions I don't have answers to. Okay. Back to the other side of the shop. This is one of the moments I decided maybe I ought to stop and take a video of where all these lines go, just in case. So, this line right here that I'm wiggling is the lower line going back here to the pump. Okay, that end spins. Okay. The other metal line goes to the valve on the outside. That rubber hose here is the front port on the cylinder. And this hose here, which is the back port on the cylinder, goes to the front port of the valve. You guys got all that? Okay. I mean, these shouldn't be too easy to mix up, because that's why they did that way. This was all basically torn apart like this before I did anything here. I have not done anything per se. Took one nut loose so far. So anyhow, I'm gonna get a video of that, and I'm gonna start ripping and tearing. I'll get all the shafts out, everything here, and when we go to put it back in this tractor, I'll do a more in-depth video, hopefully. Because when you're installing it, you want to make it work. When you take it out, acceptable losses. You know how it goes. So, okay, BRB, boys and girls. So, boys and girls, there's most of the stuff to do the hydraulic conversion. There's always that one thing. You know, that one thing. This shaft is rusted so tight in this frame. I don't know if you guys can still see the smoke coming off of it or not. I had 2 torches going on it, one on each side. And I started wailing on it, and I'm pretty sure it's just a frame flexing back and forth, honestly. At this point, I have the end of the shaft mushroomed on both sides. I'm going to go in for dinner and think about this, but what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take a grinder on this side and clean it up, because there's a lot more room to work on the inside over here to do some kind of MacGyver repair. On the other side, the hydraulic ram is pretty close to where it's sitting. I was trying to get it far enough away from the fire over here and not move it too much. I think you guys know how that goes. So, anyhows, that's where we're at. Once we get that done, we can work on this. But probably be it for me for today, potentially. So, I normally them shafts slide right out. This one rusted. Figures. Do I just cut the frame and say heck with it? Deal with it on the bench? I'm trying not to, because this frame, where is it at? Out here, you guys can see it. I mean, this frame is broke, but you know, it's one of them deals. It'd still be a whole lot better than nothing. So, all right. See what I can come up with here. You know, keep stripping parts off, and maybe something will magically work then. I doubt it, but I don't know. Alright guys, it's, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours later. Dinner was good. Finally got the pin to come out. I ended up heating it back and forth some more. I went over and got my 3-foot pipe wrench and was standing on the end of that. And I finally got it to spin and all the rust come out of it, and just kept hitting it with blaster. I ground the end of the pin down so it would come out. And pretty much here we are. So there's everything you're going to need to install the hydraulic system from scratch. Bolts for the valve, clips for the pin, excuse me, and this is the hydraulic, why can I think of that? The lift shaft weldment, but that's not it. There's a special name for it. Anyhow, the lift arm, lift assembly, and the pivot. You're going to need one that has the ear on it for the hydraulics. I do believe the regular one does not have that, but we'll find that out here momentarily. You're going to need hydraulic reservoir, associated fittings, all the lines. There's soft lines to the cylinder, and everything else is steel. These are the steel hard lines going back to the pump. Here's the valve. There's the line that goes from the reservoir to the valve. Here is the control rod, or pivot, or this is the handle that sticks out to control the valve. The only thing I'm missing is a knob, and I know there's one over in the tank garage. So, and I also pulled the plastic bushings out of the frame. I don't know that I'll need them, but I got them. And I've already done, hopefully, the hard part over here, which was getting the lift arm off, and it fell off, if you guys have watched the first clip. So, there's a key way to take out that shaft. Then I can pull. That's going to be the problem on here. Alright, there's another clip back in behind here that holds that shaft. And I'm probably going to end up pulling the right or left rear wheel off just so I can monkey with the pump and get the lines lined up good. You have to pull the manual height adjustment off. And really that should be it, other than pulling the hood off, obviously, and bolting everything in. I think the shift plate's going to have to come off because it's the only way I could fish the control rod across for the valve. Battery will have to come out because I have to bolt the hydraulic valve there. So there's some work to be done, but I think I'll show you guys this step by step, at least the best I can. So, alright guys, for now, I guess it's going to be disassembly, which I didn't show, but show you all the parts you need. So. Alright, hopefully next segment, the next clip, or the next video, however it works out, we'll be putting all this stuff on this tractor.